Nowadays, you walk up, it's almost expected that girls are going to flock to you as a black man versus everybody else. So I think that it all kind of plays a part into it. But no, I don't think there's any kind of dating for marriage. I think if anything, we trying to smash tonight. We met you today, we're trying to smash tonight, and then smash your friend tomorrow. And that's just kind of how that is right now.
Right. So I feel like that's probably why it plays a part as to why black men are more fetishized. Because I do see that.
Like, you got to think about aesthetically, just how black men are built. I mean, the whole shebang. It it appeals to women. So
Women want to be the most desired by men. Men want to be the most desired by women. So if by default we have that part taken care of, because yeah, if that's all women are coming to you for, that means you haven't made enough. You're just a pretty face and you haven't done enough in your life to command any other type of respect. Hey, look, Raul, on some real, and I like to break things down scientifically. There is only one race of dude, and it's black dudes that have a span of categories in the corn industry on different women. Like they're the number one clicked like person. When I heard that, I was like, okay, but that's just to say to the point where we are the most fetishized male, right? So it's not it's not necessarily a good thing. Like Kyle said, should we really be, feeling like we should?
Right, because I mean, if you break it down, like a lot of it, we already say that there's not a lot of dating, that maybe in the traditional sense is really just a lot of situationships and hooking up. So if we want to talk about, you combine the lack of true relationships with all this fetishizing of black men, is really just like, all we're doing is just giving women experiences. So that's cool when you are about that life and you're out there trying to get your numbers up. But as a culture, I don't know if that's a positive thing. And so I don't know if that's really going to result in progression of families and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, we're all getting it in and that's cool. But what's going to happen after that?
You were saying like black men being fetishized and everything like that. My question to you was going to be, do you believe that it is because all right, do you believe that black men are dating to marry, or are black men out here just casually dating? So you do become fetishized because that is all you were trying to do.
I mean, well, the culture, I feel like, again, being that hip hop culture and black culture are so closely linked, hip hop culture is really driven by younger people. And so younger people, 21 to 25, let's say, they're for sure not out here trying to date to marry. They're getting it in as much as they can. You can go to YouTube and watch all these street interviews that young college kids do. Everybody's really just getting down. They exchanging Snapchats and they hooking up and they barely know each other at all. So, I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I feel like a lot of guys are out here, participating in it just to get their numbers up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everybody's trying to get it in regardless. So at the same time, the women are also participating in it. Once upon a time, I feel like when we all were coming up, it wasn't just so easy and accepted that even just for dudes to just be out here smashing, all these white women so openly, really it was something that you and your friends might have knew about, but it really wasn't like, I'm going to the mall and I'm gonna be out here talking to white chicks in the middle of the mall. Like that was something that was kind of taboo. You know what I mean? If you got a white girl's number, it was on the low a little bit, unless you was, King Dingaling. Whereas nowadays, you walk up, it's almost expected that girls are going to flock to you as a black man versus everybody else. So I think that it all kind of plays a part into it. But no, I don't think there's any kind of dating for marriage. I think if anything, we trying to smash tonight. We met you today, we're trying to smash tonight, and then smash your friend tomorrow. And that's just kind of how that is right now.
Right. So I feel like that's probably why it plays a part as to why black men are more fetishized. Because I do see that. So I just want to know your take on it.
I mean, but that kind of goes. It's fetishized for a bunch of different reasons. It's taboo. As much as we'd like to think that all this stuff is over, it's still taboo. There's still something taboo about being with somebody who doesn't look exactly like you. Especially when they've got stereotypes like they got big penises, and whenever you look at an athlete, the first thing you think about is a black man. Like, you got to think about aesthetically, just how black men are built. I mean, the whole shebang. It appeals to women. So
I mean, look what TikTok has done to interracial
Right.
relationships. You know what I mean? Every popular TikTok so-called content creator is really just like doing a dance that that is pretty much inspired by hip hop dance, or, is dancing to some rap song or whatever it is. So that plays into it even more so when it comes down to black men. You know what I mean? Look at all kinds of athletics. Athletes nowadays are damn near the leaders of the community to some people. And so a lot of those athletes are black males. You know what I mean? You go to a college and the person
Right.
that's getting all the draws is the starting quarterback, starting wide receiver for the football team. So, and that dude is probably a black dude. So I don't think that any of that has to do with marriage or trying to build a community or anything like that. I really just think that it's, you know, sex culture gone crazy a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of the freedoms that young people have nowadays to connect is, way larger than what we've ever had. So
But I
these are
think
kind of
that says
consequences
something.
of it.
I think that says something about like black people though. I don't like this idea of being just good enough to have sex with and not necessarily build a relationship with. That's
Mhm.
something that's disrespectful to me. I think that says a lot about how you view me as an individual. But again, I'm taking the approach that most men don't, because most men don't care to think, without their penis, which is, the unfortunate downfall of most men.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't appreciate not being valued outside of physical attribute. I think that's actually really demeaning and dehumanizing. That's just me
Yeah,
personally.
I
Now I
and I
agree
know,
with
I
definitely,
that,
know, I
bro.
know people in the chat on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heathens and demonic, satanic worshipers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
that's
why.
why,
That's why I don't. That's why I don't pay attention to the chat. But every other
yeah,
once in a while.
that's why I made that statement, Cheeky, that it's up to each individual man to build himself into something more that, to be desired than that. Because when you really look at it on from the animalistic nature, every man wants to be that. Women want to be the most desired by men want to be the most desired by women. So if by default we have that part taken care of, because yeah, if that's all women are coming to you for, that means you haven't made enough. You're just a pretty face and you haven't done enough in your life to command any other type of respect. But I will take that. Like I said, we got enough against us. So shoot, if that is a way somebody wants to honor me, I'll take that because I'm also a serious man. You know what I
I
mean?
was
So
I was gonna say that it a little bit is that I think because white people are Caucasian, whatever you want to call us, I guess, is the majority of the U.S. for now, but for a while it's been. So it's like maybe because it's different, dating someone that's not white. But I think if you're in a predominantly black area, I'm sure dating someone that's not black would be, I don't like saying taboo, but it would be different too. Like you're definitely going to turn heads or you might get comments. And I think as the racial makeup, whatever it looks like, I think it's going to be like that for all the groups, just in general. And then also too, I love this space because these topics are relevant in the white community too. I think in all communities, but I'm white, so I guess whatever. But that's why I love this space because I don't know, and I haven't seen any other channels or whatever, and I've been in this space for a while now. But all of the things that you guys are talking about, I mean, I don't know. I think just women in general don't look at men in a very positive light anyway, kind of like what Chiki was saying.